The moment I jokingly asked my neighbor to marry me, I expected laughter, an eye roll, or maybe a sarcastic reply. Instead, she looked into my eyes with an expression I had never seen before, turned around without saying a single word, and slowly walked toward her bedroom. Every step she took felt heavier than the last, and something deep inside me whispered that this wasn't the beginning of a romance, it was the beginning of a truth that would change both our lives forever. Before we continue, if you believe kindness, second chances, and unexpected love can completely transform someone's life, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who believes in destiny, leave a comment, and subscribe to Love and Destiny. Your support helps these emotional stories reach people who need them most. My name is Ethan, and I had lived next door to Emily for almost 3 years. She was always kind but unusually quiet. While everyone in the neighborhood exchanged holiday gifts and hosted backyard barbecues, Emily mostly kept to herself. She smiled politely, helped elderly neighbors carry groceries, watered flowers that didn't belong to her whenever someone was away, and disappeared behind her front door before anyone could ask how she was really doing. She had become one of those familiar strangers whose presence somehow made the neighborhood feel complete. Over time we became friendly. Nothing extraordinary happened between us. We simply shared ordinary moments that slowly became meaningful. We drank coffee on rainy mornings, shoveled snow together during winter storms, and occasionally watched sunsets from our neighboring porches without saying much. Sometimes silence speaks more honestly than words ever can. One Saturday afternoon we were planting flowers along the fence separating our yards. We joked about how terrible we both were at gardening. I laughed and casually said that maybe we should just get married and let our bad gardening become a family tradition. It was an innocent joke, the kind people make without thinking. Emily stopped smiling. She stared at me for several seconds before quietly setting down her gardening gloves. Then she turned around and walked toward her house without speaking. Confused and embarrassed, I followed her, wondering if I had somehow offended her. She left the front door open behind her and continued walking until she reached her bedroom. When I stepped inside, I finally understood. The room looked frozen in time. Wedding magazines covered one corner. A beautiful white dress remained carefully protected inside a garment bag. Framed photographs sat on a shelf beside dried flowers. Every object carried the weight of memories that had never been allowed to fade. Emily finally looked at me. Months earlier she had been engaged to a man named Daniel. They had planned a wedding filled with family, music, and dreams for the future. Just 6 weeks before the ceremony, Daniel died in a tragic highway accident while driving home after choosing their wedding rings. Life had stopped moving for her on that day. She had never packed away the dress because she couldn't accept that the future she had imagined no longer existed. My careless joke hadn't reminded her of marriage. It had reminded her of the life that had been stolen from her before it even began. I felt ashamed. For the first time I realized how little we truly know about the people living only a few feet away from us. I apologized sincerely, but Emily gently shook her head. She explained that I hadn't caused her pain. The pain had simply been waiting quietly beneath the surface, hidden behind polite smiles and routine conversations. From that day forward, our friendship changed. I didn't try to rescue her. I didn't offer inspirational speeches or empty promises that everything would eventually be okay. Instead, I simply showed up. Sometimes healing begins when someone quietly stays beside you without demanding that your wounds disappear. Weeks turned into months. We walked together every evening. We volunteered at the local food pantry. We planted a small community garden for children. Emily slowly laughed more often. Her eyes gradually regained the warmth that grief had stolen. There were still difficult days when memories overwhelmed her, but those days became slightly easier because she no longer faced them alone. During one autumn afternoon, we visited the cemetery where Daniel rested. I stayed several steps behind while Emily spoke softly to the man she had once planned to marry. She thanked him for the happiness they had shared and admitted that she had spent years feeling guilty whenever she smiled again. She believed moving forward meant leaving him behind. Standing there, surrounded by falling leaves, she finally realized that love doesn't ask us to stop living after loss. Real love hopes we continue living fully, carrying beautiful memories instead of endless sorrow. As winter arrived, Emily finally made one of the hardest decisions of her life. She donated her unopened wedding decorations to a young couple who could barely afford their own ceremony. Watching another bride cry tears of gratitude somehow brought peace that keeping those decorations never had. The bedroom slowly changed too. The wedding dress was carefully donated to an organization that transformed bridal gowns into tiny burial garments for infants whose families had experienced heartbreaking loss. Emily told me she wanted something that represented broken dreams to become a source of comfort for someone else's darkest day. That single act changed something inside both of us. Pain had not disappeared. It had simply found purpose. Months later, our neighborhood organized a charity festival. Emily smiled more during that single afternoon than I had seen in years. Children ran through the park laughing while music filled the air. Watching her help everyone around her reminded me of the woman she had always been before grief convinced her that happiness no longer belonged to her. One evening she invited me onto her porch with 2 cups of coffee. Neither of us mentioned my old joke. Instead, we talked about dreams. She wanted to study counseling so she could help people facing grief. I admitted that I had spent years avoiding meaningful relationships because I feared losing people I loved. Somehow our fears had been different, yet rooted in the same place. Healing had quietly transformed both of us. Nearly 2 years after that unforgettable afternoon, I found myself standing beside the same flower bed where everything had begun. This time there were no jokes. No careless words. Only honesty. I told Emily that somewhere between shared coffees, quiet walks, and countless ordinary days, I had fallen deeply in love with the incredible woman she had become. I explained that I wasn't asking her to replace anyone or erase any memories. I simply hoped we could write a new chapter together while honoring every chapter that came before. She smiled with tears filling her eyes. This time, when she reached for my hand, there was no silence filled with sorrow. There was peace. Sometimes destiny doesn't arrive as fireworks or dramatic confessions. Sometimes it arrives disguised as ordinary kindness repeated day after day until 2 broken hearts slowly remember how to beat with hope again. If this story has touched your heart, please support the video by liking it, sharing it with someone who needs hope, leaving your thoughts in the comments, and subscribing to Love and Destiny so you never miss another emotional story about love, healing, and second chances. Special request: before you leave, tell us in the comments, do you believe true love can exist after heartbreaking loss, or do some people only get one great love in life? As I looked across the fence where an innocent joke had once uncovered unimaginable pain, I realized that fate often works in ways we never expect. We cannot erase someone's past, but we can stand beside them while they build a future. Love is not about replacing yesterday. It is about giving tomorrow a chance to bloom. And sometimes, the greatest proposal isn't spoken with perfect words. It's made through patience, compassion, loyalty, and the quiet promise to stay, even after life has broken both hearts. That is the kind of love that truly lasts.